Atlanta, before the SEC expanded its borders to far-flung outposts such as Columbia, Missouri, and College Station, Texas, it held its men's basketball tournament in Atlanta's Georgia Dome most years. Inevitably, the dome would fill with Kentucky blue, and for 4 days a year, the city would be referred to as Catlanta. It feels that way again this week, but not because of all the Kentucky fans streaming south. This time, it's because of the broadly held assumption that the 5th-seeded Wildcats, the highest-seeded team still playing in the South region, will rip through 2 games here and walk into the Final Four while Duke, Villanova and the rest slug it out against heavyweights. The laziest of the opinion makers, who tend to believe that staying in college because of an inability to get selected in the NBA draft somehow makes someone a better human being, will see the Wildcats with their usual cadre of one-and-dones and paint these next few days as Kentucky against several carloads of adorable puppies. Or perhaps baby seals. As usual, the real situation is significantly more nuanced. Yes, Kentucky is the most talented team here. Yes, the Wildcats have the athletes to win a national title. But the Wildcats could just as easily get bounced Thursday by Kansas State. Kentucky may advance past this weekend by virtue of superior talent. But to assume the Wildcats will waltz past Kansas State and the winner of Loyola-Chicago versus Nevada is to forget everything that happened between November and February. Wildcats coach John Calipari called this his most rewarding season last week because he has watched a freshman-dominated group grow up as the year has progressed. But don't forget that this also is a team that on Valentine's Day was 17-9 and 6-7 in the SEC. It had lost 4 in a row for the first time in Calipari's 9-season tenure in Lexington. Haven't had one of these for a while, Calipari said of the season following the 76-66 loss at Auburn that capped the streak. It's probably good for the soul. I wish it was good for someone else's soul, not mine. But it may have been something Calipari said following a loss a few days earlier at Texas A. We play for March, Calipari told reporters February 10 in College Station. That's what we're playing for. We've got to get this thing right. We still have time. Every team is giving us their best shot. So when we get this, we'll bust through. But it's getting old right now. At the time, Calipari sounded like a guy trying to manage a bunch of freshmen. That's exactly what he is, only this level of youth is extreme even by Calipari-era Kentucky standards. Of the 9 Wildcats who average at least 10 minutes *, 7 are freshmen and 2 are sophomores. All 5 regular starters are freshmen. This group has the least experience of any team in college basketball since advanced stats guru Ken Pomeroy began tracking experience in the 2006-07 season. This team gets an average of 67 points, 27.7 rebounds and 12.6 assists a game from freshmen. The 2011-12 team that won the national title with Anthony Davis and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist got 41.3 points, 22.2 rebounds and 8.3 assists from freshmen. The closest season to this one was the 2013-14 group, which got 61.5 points, 26.4 rebounds and 9.6 assists a game from freshmen. That team entered the NCAA tournament as a No. 8 seed and then made it to the national title game. One of those freshmen is forward Jared Vanderbilt, who has missed 5 games with a sprained ankle. On Wednesday, Vanderbilt and Calipari seemed skeptical Vanderbilt would contribute much. Meanwhile, Kansas State coach Bruce Weber said he does expect to get some minutes from forward Dean Wade, who has missed 3 games because of a stress fracture in his foot. But that 2014 group never bottomed out like this one did. If, like many sports fans, you don't start paying attention to college basketball until the semifinals of the conference tournaments, the idea of this Kentucky team having an off night might seem unthinkable. The Wildcats shredded their opponents in the SEC tournament and looked like one of the NCAA tournament's better teams last weekend. But this is also the same team that wrapped the regular season by losing by 13 at Florida. Calipari knows this, which is why he has tried to impress upon this young team that one bad night ends the magic. Kentucky is facing a Kansas State team that finished 4th in the best pound-for-pound conference in America. The Wildcats from Manhattan start 2 juniors, 2 sophomores and a redshirt freshman. They will try to beat up the future NBA players in the white jerseys to see if